happy.
Quick change artist.
I know, look at her, she changed clothes, but that green dress looked fabulous on you from Neon Buddha, but you always look fabulous as it is. Okay, so Indy Fringe kicked off the 14th.
Yes.
And continues through the week. That being the case, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in the Mass Ave area.
Almost too much cool stuff going on. It's hard to pick.
It is hard to pick.
But luckily,
yes.
the flyer that you can pick up at many locations up and down Mass Ave, you have a wonderful schedule. As you can see, I've already marked off what shows I'll be attending, so you can keep it all organized and get into your favorite shows.
But you can have an interesting perspective of Indy Fringe because your husband writes plays, and you know, and that's a neat thing. And one of his plays is going to be a part of Indy Fringe, or already has been.
It is, yep. 6 characters in search of a Fringe. So
that's cool.
I got to go and check out some of the other shows that are taking part in Fringe and speak with some of their directors and actors. Check it out. It's a very big year for the Indy Fringe Festival. Now, Pauline, what's special about this year?
Well, it's 10 years. You know, some people said we wouldn't make one, and we've made 10, and we just keep growing. And it's so fantastic to see everything on Mass Avenue come alive for Fringe.
How many venues and how many performing groups are there this year?
So we have 8 stages on Mass Avenue, and we have 384 shows in total, which is pretty exciting.
Casey, this is not your first Fringe. How are you involved with the festival?
I've been involved with Fringe for 5 years now. This is my 5th festival. I am a playwright and director, so I both wrote and directed this show.
So what is the highlight of getting to be a part of Indy Fringe Festival for you?
I think Indy Fringe, you get a really wide variety of performances. You can see anything from a dance piece to a stand-up comedian to a one-act play, musicals. So it's just 10 days of theater variety, which is awesome.
So Daniel, you brought an improv comedy show to Indy Fringe. Is this your first Fringe?
Second Fringe, actually. We were in here last year, did a great job, had a lot of patrons, and here second time.
Great. And what do you love about participating in the Indy Fringe Festival?
I love performing. I've been performing since I was 16, so to get a bunch of people who are excited about theater, excited about different shows coming from all over the world.
Kirsten, what is the title of your show?
It's called 6 Characters in Search of a Fringe.
And that sounds a little different. What is it about?
It's a Fringe play about a Fringe play. It's, I think it's going to be funny, definitely if you have seen Fringe before, if you have participated, but it'll still be funny if you haven't.
Think about who comes to the Fringe. It is only the educated, the cultured, the best and brightest minds of the city. That's like 1% of the population. And then within that 1%, only so many are going to be interested in dramas, only so many in comedies, and a few will be interested in both. I'm certainly not going after anyone who would see her show.
I think the people that I run into on the streets already have a pretty good idea of what they want to see at the Fringe.
I don't know. I think maybe people could be persuaded to see something they might not otherwise see, you know. I think it's a little insulting to assume people are so one-dimensional.
Well, I can tell you I'm not going to see that silly improv show this year.
Yes, there's a lot to see, and things have changed a little bit this year for people who have been to Fringe. You used to have to buy a $5 backer button. I have mine on.
One of those little, they're different every year,
Every year they are.
Okay.
And then it was $10 per ticket. But this year, you do not have to purchase the backer button. They are free since people like to collect them, keep them as souvenirs.
Yeah.
But it is $15 per show.
Okay.
So yeah,
per show.
But
so
still, they're all 1-hour shows, and there's such a wide variety. There's something for everybody. And so tonight I am going at 6 o'clock to see 6 Characters in Search of a Fringe, which you had a glimpse of there. And then I believe I'm going to see a show called Alice vs. Wonderland at 9.
Oh, fabulous.
So,
well, and it's a great way to support local talent and to see what sort of incredible talent is in the city. So get out there, especially if the weather's going to hold out. Even if it doesn't matter because most of these are indoors. So
exactly.
That's right.
Yep.
Good to see you, friend.
Nice to see you.
Back on Wednesday, right?
I will be here.
Okay, good. All right, it's more Indy Style right after this.